being so dilatory. I don't blame you, David Sofair. You're looking a little diminished. I'm not talking about you personally. I'm just talking about America. Looking so diminished, viewers. There was a bravado, wasn't there, Dr. Ranganathan? You know, they will be sorry. They will come sorry. They will say sorry to us. Wow. We will come in like, you know, one of those four-legged canines with their tails tucked between their legs to say sorry to Master Trump.
You know,
has that happened? And you know, David Sofair says, oh, we need to make a choice. Do we really need to make a choice? Do you know the numbers on our economy right now? I'm not trying to be, viewers, in any way. I'm not trying to brag here, but we have done quite well. And we've shown that maybe just for a while, we don't need the American crutch. Of course, we're not burning the bridges. We're not like that. We're sensible people, aren't we, Dr. Ranganathan? We know that we need America. Yeah, we do. We are not saying that we don't, but not on their terms.
No, absolutely. Good evening, Rahul, and good evening to my fellow panelists, especially my good friend David. He's always a delight to share the panel with. But I have to say this, I don't know how many times David has come to India, but if he does, learn a little bit of colloquium that we have in India. So one of the things that you must learn is yar. That is a sigh of exasperation, which I want to use now towards you, David. Yaar, kya baat kar raha hai? What are you talking about, yaar? The fact of the matter is, do you not realize when you say that India has been slapped with extra tariffs because it was buying Russian oil, till today, as of yesterday, UK and Germany are buying $1 billion worth of oil from, and I repeat this, not just they're buying oil from the two Russian oil majors, Lukoil and Rosneft, that have been slapped sanctions upon by Trump.
Yeah, that's right.
And before David, I did not interrupt you. I didn't interrupt you. Please hear me out. Please hear me out. This is just the beginning of your exasperation with truth. So when Trump slapped those 25% tariffs, the EU and the China and everyone out there were buying more Russian energy than India was. Just that India was singled out with those tariffs. Trump did not slap those tariffs on EU. Even America was buying Russian energy, including uranium. That aside, even after the 25% tariffs were slapped and the Russian oil majors were sanctioned, the EU and Germany sought exemptions, failing which they continue to buy from Indian oil refineries, some of whom have 35% stake from the Russian oil majors. Turkey as well. They are buying £1 billion worth of oil from the sanctioned companies. And yet there are no sanctions on it. And here is my good friend David saying, look, we have to have the high chair and high moral and ethical ground. Please, I don't know whether you get or you understand that we also get internet in India so that we know the truth. Now, number two, I really, love the delicious sense of irony out here, Rahul. On 5th of September, which was Teachers' Day, Modi refused to talk to Trump. And on 6th of September, he tweets to Donald Trump, looking forward to engaging with you in our wonderful US-Indian relationship. He really schooled the student out there. But I have two things to say. Number one, please remember that not only since 25% tariffs were slapped on us, I think it was August, and the two Russian oil majors were sanctioned, India has, far from being buckling down under Trump's pressure, continued to buy more than 1 million barrels per day of oil from Russia. In fact, in November, it increased it more than it was purchasing from August. So we are not scared of all these empty threats, but I think now the time has come, I'll finish in 30 seconds. Every nation, I'm speaking as a layman out here, dictates a foreign policy on cost-benefit analysis. Yeah. We had a benefit, I suppose, for keeping quiet and withstanding all those Trumpian punches. Sure. I think not anymore. If the 500% tariffs come into effect, and hypocritical as they are, because other countries that are buying more Russian oil have not been slapped with those tariffs, may not be slapped with 500% tariffs. If we are slapped with it, I think time has come to assess the cost-benefit analysis and slap the tariffs back on America.